What, Aneta, you mentioned something about
the
an EV
EV case. Remember how... that was so damaged. Like, what, Ozpost?
Yeah, funny story. This was an Australian Ozpost incident.
No. Never. I'm shocked.
When EV Heroes got their reprint, so this would have been
2 years ago now.
We had a customer who purchased a bunch of booster boxes, messaged us saying, hey, do you guys have a sealed case? And we said, yeah, we do. We're happy to ship it out. It was actually our last sealed case. And we said, all right, like, we'll message the guys in Japan, see if we can get some more. And the guys were like out trying to find us another case, and they did. And we put together this case, and like we put like our wrapping and our TCGroup like branding on it and whatnot. It had so much of this paper around it. And I thought, like, we've never had a problem before. Like, we usually like ship out cases, or at the time we did, with no bubble wrap or anything like that. And we're like, what could go wrong? And then we handed it to us post, and it was fucking yeah, famous last words. And what happened was we shipped it out, and the guy called us from Sydney like 2 or 3 days later. And he goes, dude, like, why would you not put bubble wrap on the case, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, wait, like, what do you mean? Like, what happened? He sent us a photo of his driveway, and it's like one of those like houses in the hills, and it's like straight up. Yeah. The Ozpost guy drove up the hill, got out, went to the front doorstep. As he went to give him the case, tumbled the case and just went straight down the court. Tore the shit out of the side of the case. Luckily, like, the booster boxes were still intact. They were fine, but the case was completely destroyed.
Yeah.
Now, given the fact that this guy was a sealed case collector, like, and loved cases, and like,
no good to him, yeah.
It was done. It was no good to him. So we sat there and went, just ship it back and we'll send you out our last case. And then we had like this completely fucking munted case for like 3 months. Yeah, it was just so funny because Ozpost tumbled it down like half a kilometer. When this case came back, I don't even know how to explain like the way that it looked. It was just
mangled.
Yeah, it was completely fucked.
Yeah.
It was funny, like, we went back to Ozpost and they're like, oh, it was technically delivered. And I'm like, yeah, I'm like, you're missing the point here.
Hey guys, welcome back to another Palms of Faming podcast. Today we're joined by TCGroup. Introduce yourself, guys.
Hi guys, my name's Kristijan Damjanoski, and joined with me is Aneta Damjanoski, my wife.
Hey guys.
Yeah, we started off TCGroup a couple of years ago now, about 3 actually.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
So before we dive right into it, just a quick reminder, obviously listening to the podcast, any TCG needs, you can head on over to palmsofgaming.com.au or our lovely stockists at TC Group, and they will be stocking all our stuff anyway. So if you'd like to support either, that is fantastic, as long as you buy our stuff. Thanks.
Yeah, I like that.
So let's dive straight into it. You guys now owning a store. Give some location, a little bit about the store, how it came about, a little bit of a background.
All right, well, I guess we'll go towards the start. We actually started off collecting during COVID. It was just something to do, I suppose,
boredom.
Out of boredom, like a lot of people during COVID. We started off collecting, and I think the first set that we actually completed ourselves was Champions Path at the time.
Yep.
And when we ended up finishing out Champions Path, and then we decided, okay, well, we're opening these packs, and like we'd love to go out and talk and meet people and all that type of stuff. So the only platform that was kind of like offered to do that, and we seen some other streamers and stuff do some other stuff, and we decided to jump on Twitch and actually crack packs for ourselves online and get people to watch and try build a community. Post that, it became during COVID and with all the lockdowns and stuff, we had a lot of our viewers and stuff come back to us and say, hey, like if you're going to pop out to Kmart, grab me a few packs, crack them for me and just ship them over. So we decided to start doing that as well. Post that, we one thing led to another, and we just started opening all of that, and then we keep meeting new and like more and more people in the community. We met some other store owners, we met other Twitch streamers, we met everybody and anybody who loved Pokemon. So
we're all buying meeting up with them to buy the cards and stuff like that for the streams,
just off Facebook Marketplace, I suppose.
Yeah.
So we went around and just kept meeting up with people, kept buying cards, and then we just kept opening and so forth. And then we got introduced to Japanese Pokemon, which was a bit strange at the time, because obviously, being in the country and like it's one thing to look at the artwork and appreciate the artwork, and then there's another thing to actually read the card as well. So like we were always trying to collect our sets in English and try to do it that way. So like we were actually buying booster boxes at like EB Games and wherever we could find them effectively. So, we started with Battle Styles, Champions Path. We tried building those sets, and we completed both sets actually. And what ended up happening was when we got introduced to Japanese, we started ordering them direct from who we still actually use, the same wholesaler. And our guys over there, we've built an awesome relationship over the last 3 years with, and spent a lot of money with them and made them a lot of money and all that type of stuff. And they've just been really, really, really good to us. So we started importing that in, and people just kept ordering and kept buying, and it got really hard to track through like PayPal and like, Pay ID and so forth. So we decided one day, you know what, we'll put it up on Shopify, build like a small little website, just get it up and running so people can do the instant transaction, and we'll just crack the packs like everybody else. So yeah, one thing just led to another post that. And then one day I remember we were trying to find Hidden Fates tins in like the other side of Melbourne, or Victoria, I should say. It was like an hour and a half drive from where we live in Epping. And we were driving one day and our Shopify just went off that someone was placing, funny enough, a palms off order. We sold some binders and some sleeves and stuff. And we just sat there and went, but we're not live, like we're not on stream or anything like that. So we're like,
what the hell? We were in the car, I remember driving.
Yeah, and we just sat there and we're like, hang on, like people are like purchasing like whilst we're not even there, and it's like almost treated as like a store, which was not the intention when we first started. Mm-hmm. So we kind of just sat there and went, okay, well, if that's the case, we'll make the website a little bit more prettier and, put all of our actual product listings on there, see what else we can get from Japan, continuously import before we open up we'll go to any wholesaling accounts in Australia. And at the time, Banter was like really nailing down and not giving out accounts and all that type of stuff.
Yeah, I remember that era.
Yeah. So we were in at the end of that period, and I remember we got told that like we had to spend a certain amount of money. And we had to wait like 6 months before we could before we could order Pokemon and all that type of stuff. So we were kind of caught like we couldn't really sell English product at wholesale, but like we had a really, really good connection with Japan. And our guys in Japan were willing to work with us and were actually happy to provide anything that we wanted. So from booster boxes to figurines to you name it, we were able to grab it, and we still are. So, we work with those guys and just went, okay, well, Japanese seems to be doing pretty good. Guys on Twitch are buying it, but it wasn't really as big as it is today. And what kind of set it off and took it off from a Japanese perspective, which really helped us solidify the store or actually build that website, was probably Eevee Heroes, which is a really good set. Anyway, so we were able to get as many Eevee Hero boxes as we actually wanted through our guys, and then that's what kind of just like bumped us up, allowed us to kind of make a name out there and all that type of stuff. Like we were just known to have a lot of Japanese product. And then obviously one thing led to another. And just being at home, like we ran out of space in the garage. It went from like bedroom to garage to mum's house to our house to it just got all over the place, and there was just shit everywhere. Like it was really bad at one point. So we kind of just sat there and went, you know what, like we need to move some of this stuff out. Like it got to a point where we couldn't go into the garage, let alone like cars or anything else that we had at home. So we went, we'll take out a space. We moved out to Maribyrnong initially. So we went out to Maribyrnong. We decided like, we'll just use this space that was out there, and like it was never even meant to be an actual retail space. It was just for us to be able to go and warehouse all this stuff out and to be able to pack our online orders and stuff. So we said, okay, we'll go do that. We spoke to our friends out there who helped us out with a little bit of space that they had left in their warehouse. So they sublet that to us, and we decided like there was already a door there. So we just said, why not just put like a glass panel and we'll actually run it like as in retail space. We'll just tidy it up, and at least that way it forces us to keep it clean as well. So we ended up doing that, and it was really, really good. We had a lot of support from the community, and a lot of people who, followed us, and a lot of friends and family and all that type of stuff came along. And at the same time, we were investing a little bit more. Well, we reinvested everything that we actually made into advertising and trying to build that online space a little bit more. And once we ended up doing that, like we outgrew that space in Maribyrnong very quickly. I think it was less than 6 months. We went, we're done. Like we got to move from here. It was just not enough. And at the same time, Aneta at the time was actually pregnant with our little one. And we decided, like, driving Epping to Maribyrnong, it's a bit of a drive. Not kilometer-wise, it's not that bad. It's just sometimes, as you know, the freeway.
The traffic and stuff
it was horrible.
In that area is
So
chaotic.
bad.
And like 40 minutes in traffic and then to and from, and it's like you forget something at home. You got, it's a 3-hour trip. Like you're just burning the whole day. So when we went out to the Maribyrnong space and we were like looking around, and the way that we did that small little design there, it was what we now built in Epping. And we said, like one day if we can actually afford to do so, or we can build it up to that point, it'd be really good to be able to do play and to have more stock and to do all the cool stuff that we're, currently doing out there. So we decided like, what, we'll just take the plunge, we'll pay the extra bit, sign the contracts with the lease guys, and we just moved out to Epping, and our warehouse has been awesome so far.
Yeah.
It's 2 minutes from home, which is really good.
Very convenient.
Very convenient. It's the best thing in the world. It's just worked out well, and our community keeps growing. The love and support from everybody's been really, really good.
Yeah. Yeah, sick. Well done. That's cool.
So, yeah.
It's good to see you like jumped on the Japanese bandwagon, like when it was like I remember collecting Japanese like years ago, like years and years and years ago. And it was just, I feel it was so underappreciated.
Yes.
100%.
And it's slowly been building and building and building to a point. And now, it's worth just as much as English now. If some cards, if not more, it's crazy. It used to be complete 180.
Yeah.
Like it was just, you'd be able to pick up like old Neo holos for such a cheap amount. Like I was bulk buying lots of, a lot of what me and Jack bought to bootstrap palms off was early days Japanese.
Yeah.
Like we bought Japanese in lots from Japan, graded them, sold them, and that's what we used to bootstrap the accessories of Palms Off Gaming.
Yeah. Oh, that's good.
I don't know if I've actually stipulated that on a podcast before, but we used, I think one of them we spent, I think I've mentioned this on a podcast, an earlier podcast, I think it was $700. And I think after we graded them, I think we turned over like almost 20.
Wow.
Yeah. Because it was like, there was, I think base at Charizard's, there was like maybe 3 in the listing, but we got like 6. One of them got a 9, Blastoise got a 10, base set Blastoise. Like it was just, there was a stack of no rarity in there as well.
Yeah.
Like it was old school, like band promos. I think we had missed like 20 copies of Misty's Tears in there, and like the Jinxes, the Grimers and all that sort of stuff, all those old school band cards. There was just stacks of them.
Yeah.
Like old Moo Moo Milks and stuff like the Ghetto Moo. I don't know if you were aware of that one. So it was, we used a lot of that to bootstrap this, and now Japanese is so popular, which is great because they're made fantastically, like it's such a high standard.
100%.
So how do you go? Do you find many like hiccups in, obviously you've got a good relationship with your wholesaler in Japan, but do you find there's many hiccups regarding transit times? Do you air freight everything? Do you palletize it? Like,
without spilling all the secret sauce of how we do everything.
Gatekeep some of it.
So look, to be quite honest with you, like the guys that we use in Japan, or primarily the guy that we use in Japan, his speed and the way that they pack and the way that they ship and the way that their quality control is and everything that they've shipped to us. Like for example, we had an order that we placed on Sunday with them. He shipped it out Monday evening, and at the moment, like the boys in the warehouse are currently unpacking it.
Yeah,
so
sick.
less than like 72 hours, we had it at our doorstep. So the speed between Japan to us has been phenomenally well.
I feel like their postal system's really good though.
It is.
Particularly like it's gonna get there like the day of. I'm assuming probably like DHL or something like that.
Correct.
DHL,
DHL I found like with my jewelry company as well. Like it's the quickest by far.
Oh, 100%.
Like it's here 100%. In like days sort of thing. And I feel like their trains are always on time. Their postal system is.
Have you gone out to Japan before? Yeah, it's so good.
It's so good.
We went a few years back before we collected or anything like that, before COVID. The country is just, and the people, their culture, it's just
I
next
said
level.
if I could live there for a couple of years, I would. Like it's that great.
Yeah,
it's
cool. A beautiful place.
It's cool.
Yeah. It is really, 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 really good place to.
The train line's just like
couldn't recommend it high enough.
Jacob put it really well. He's just like, it's like someone got a bowl of spaghetti, they dropped it, and they just made it work. They go everywhere, but they all loop over, and it's run really efficiently.
Correct.
So I imagine, their postal system would just be just as efficient.
Good. Yeah.
So it doesn't surprise me getting things in that quick.
Yeah.
That's really good.
The speed's really, really good, but how do I explain it? Not just the speed, like even the stuff that they're able to bring over and to be able to grab for us and the quantity and stuff like that. Like we've got like a lot of customers who go over to Japan, and obviously given the love given like the love for the product, like a lot of people travel to those to that country, for not just for the product, but obviously like for everything else. But we get so many comments. Like we've had customers come back and be like, "I'll take 3 boxes," and I'm like, "Didn't you just land from like Japan 24 hours ago?" And like, "Yeah, well, we couldn't get any boxes there. You got more here than we do there."
Yeah.
So like having that relationship with our wholesaling people overseas has really been really, really good.
Yeah, that's good. So obviously, it goes without saying that TC Group is mainly specializing in Japanese product, particularly Pokemon. Is there any other, is Japanese One Piece coming up? Like, what's your second most popular?
So we built out a community. It's really hard to say that we built it because the community kind of already existed, but I suppose we kind of filled that plug of, there was also Whis and One Piece and all that type of stuff that we do and supply and whatnot. So like we do DBS Heroes, we do One Piece, we do Digimon. Not a lot of it anymore, but we've sold a lot of Digimon over the time, especially because our guys have really, really good connections to like Bandai and stuff, so we get really good rates.
And Union Arena.
Union Arena we do. Like there's so many other TCGs and stuff that the guys do, and we want to do even more with them. Like, we've got the guys over there importing, from Poke Center, so we're able to offer like plushies and stickers and all that type of stuff direct imported from Poke Center as well. So it's all that type of stuff that we're kind of doing, and we've also got some other stuff in the works with them. That we're trying to achieve. So I was supposed to head out there in like the last month or two, just haven't had any time and some stuff going on at home. And so like I just couldn't go out to finish the work that we're setting out to do with them. But we're trying to speed up the process and actually do even cheaper rates. And be able to do some other cool stuff with the guys over there. So they're all on board. It's just a matter of us getting on a plane and heading over and setting it all up and doing some other cool stuff with them.
Just make it like a pocket of Japan, like your store, like be basically in kanji, a pocket of Japan essentially. Do like TC Group in kanji with just TC Group underneath and do gacha machines and all that sort of shit.
And everything else. Yeah, that would be pretty cool. That'd be
rad.
Cool.
Like it'd be like you'd almost sell as an experience, let alone just coming into the store to buy cards. It'd be like you're visiting a pocket of Japan.
Well, to be honest, like our store and a lot of our layout, when we first moved into the new warehouse and what we've tried to achieve was that kind of feeling, to be quite honest with you. Like, we've got artwork done. Like we had a guy come out and, spray paint a bunch of artwork in there. So we got like all these anime characters all over the walls and, we're always playing like Japanese animated series of anything from Pokemon to One Piece to, you name it.
Just
it's on the
chill
TV.
Area, to be honest.
It's a really, like we've tried to build that chill environment. So, very much like, like it's just
like
come in and
with your friends and just
vibe
kick
out.
it.
Yeah.
Correct, so we get like a lot of people who just come out and do casual play. Doesn't even have to be tournament based. People just come out and crack boxes. We're actually trying to put together a FIFA tournament at the moment, just due to the amount of people who play FIFA that come and shop with us, which has been really, really interesting. So we're trying to put together that as well, which will have like an in-store like tournament and whatnot, and try to do some cool stuff around that. And if we get enough support out of it, we'll probably do like even more events like that are E-series based gaming and whatnot. So not just the TCG side of things.
Smash in there and stuff.
Yeah. We play Smash a fair bit in the shop anyway. But
what is it? Unite as well. Do a bunch of Unite.
I don't think I've played that.
Pokemon Unite.
No, I actually haven't played it.
No. Oh, really?
No, I haven't gotten around to it. No. The last one I think we played was
the one that everybody played
with the Arceus.
Legends.
Yes.
Yeah.
Legends, that was probably the last one that I've actually played, to be quite honest.
Yeah, right. Unite. I'm yet to download it as well. I've played a couple of games on a mate's Switch, but it's just very simplified, sort of like League, but very simplified with Pokemon.
Fair.
That'd be good, and you get to think everybody involved.
Probably
something to look into.
I'll rock up. I'll give it a go. So you're obviously just starting to do. If anybody watching, by the way, I'm not just playing with something random. My dog's visiting on the pod. It might look really sus. We're just doing this in the background.
No, he came here before and I was like,
Can you show on the pod? This is Faith. There she goes. There you go. There you go.
So she's going to say something on the microphone.
But so safe to say you're doing a lot more in-store event orientated stuff. So in regards to TCG, what's your most popular TCG? What's your biggest play night? What days of the week for anybody listening or watching?
Well, at the moment, we're still going through setting up our Magic licenses and One Piece and getting registered on the Bandai app and all that type of stuff. But I think I mentioned off the podcast, we're doing One Piece in the upcoming week. So we're just waiting to get that finalized, and we're trying to build that community out to do that. At the moment, we've got Grand Archive. The boys are currently out in the States competing for their tournament, which apparently they had a really good turnout. I think it was like 1,000 plus people came out to play, which has been really good.
Like it's gone so popular.
Yeah. Hopefully it keeps up with that momentum. And the cards are awesome. Like, we cracked a few booster boxes. Like, it was really good. Like, their stuff's really cool. So at the moment, we've got Thursdays where we do Thursday night, the boys come out and they play Grand Archive. That's kind of our bigger one that we've currently got at the moment. And then One Piece will probably be the next big one that we're going to be announced to do. In terms of events, like I think the biggest ones that we currently run, biggest turnouts and stuff like that, we started the midnight launches. Like, I don't know if you've ever gone to like EB Games to buy like GTA in the middle of the night and everyone's done that. We really enjoyed that vibe to be able to go out and get a product at like midnight release and so forth. So, and now given like the fact that GTA and Call of Duty and everything else, stuff like that it's readily available online and no one goes to like a store in the middle of the night. You just wait till 12 o'clock, click download, play it, right? It's true. He's laughing. It's true though. So with TCG, given that it's a hard copy, like you can't download the trade. Well, you probably can, but like you can't download the physical units, obviously. Having that experience has just been so well. Like we did our first one with Paldea Evolved, and I think we had like 60 plus people turn up to the warehouse. It was fun. I was a bit anxious in there because like everyone was just like waiting for midnight. Can't sell it, guys, till like 12:01 due to embargo. But it was a lot of fun. Like, a lot of people came out. We do like giveaway prizes and stuff like that for like chase cards being hit and whatnot. And like ever since then, we kind of just want to keep doing them. So we've got the next one for Paradox Rift coming out. Yeah. We just did the 151 one a few weeks ago. And then we've got Paradox Rift next, and then whatever else is going to continue coming out from Pokemon, we're just going to keep doing them. Yeah. They're a lot of fun. Like,
that'd be a cool atmosphere.
Yeah, it is. It is. Like you don't
realize what time it is. Like at the end of it.
Yeah, like we finish at like 2:30 in the morning, and it's like, oh crap, like we're gonna go home.
Just
be
back in 7 hours. Waking up like that hangover-esque sort of lockdown. You wake up in just a pile of wrappers.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. It's so funny because the next day, like you look at our bins, and it's like, bin night was like next week.
That's probably
overflowing with 151 wrappers.
But it's been really good. Like, people are quickly cracking packs, trying to get like the first hit and, so they get the free ATB, free booster box type thing, or to hit the prize effectively. But yeah, it's just been, it's really fun. Like we've built that awesome community who loves to come out and they're there to support us and they're there obviously for the product. It just makes it a lot of fun to, chill out and there's like 50 people cracking packs. Like what could go wrong, right?
Yeah. At midnight. Car park's dark, little lighting.
Someone's missing a Charizard.
So everybody speaks about like obviously the highlights of your store ownership, but as business owners, I guess particularly we can sit here and just say, oh, all this great stuff happens, but a lot of shit happens too.
Yeah, 100%.
So like, what were your probably biggest challenges? Throughout the process of being an online seller is relatively straightforward, relatively easy, but as soon as you start growing your user base and then obviously going to a physical storefront, having overheads and a lot more pressure associated with it. Yeah. What were the major sort of speed bumps, I guess, or and biggest sort of nightmare that you've had to deal with since opening?
In general or since opening the Epping store?
Just in general. Give me your worst. Give me the dirty stuff.
I don't know. To be like... you're right though. Like every business at the end of the day has its ups and downs and all that type of stuff. But I think to us it was more just the growth periods. It was, from going from online from Twitch to then website to online store to physical, like all those growths also associate a lot of challenges as well. And I guess those challenges were like, how do we pack more efficiently and how do we ship this stuff out on time efficiently and all that type of stuff, which obviously adds a lot of pressure, and especially considering it was just Aneta and I till recently doing all of that. And she was actually working full-time at another role. I still work full-time at another role outside of the business as well, which, trust me, you got those tough times where it's just like orders keep piling in per day. And then, if you get caught with backlog, like, it just takes forever. It feels like forever, like by the time you catch up, and playing catch up in a business is never fun. No. So, I think they're kind of the main challenges that we've got. The worst challenge that we've had so far was, I don't know how much of it like we can publicize, but which was the robbery, which I'm sure like a lot of people would have heard about. Yeah. With that robbery, like it was more annoying than it was anything else. Like a lot of the stuff that had been stolen was our personal collection. Like they were personal items of ours that we just publicized on the store and, showed people that we effectively have them. And then we're more like attractive cards that, people would come out and have a look at. And like, I don't think we ever had anyone in the store who went like, fuck, that looks so good. Like, oh, wow, I haven't seen these ever or whatever the case. We spent thousands and thousands of dollars and we lost thousands more, if that makes sense, in terms of actual retail value for those cards. But, like it was just annoying. And I guess that was probably like the worst thing that's happened to us since running this business. Like everything else has been, you can overcome it and, you get through it type thing. But I suppose like just having someone in that personal space, like, where we did everything we can and like, we tried to do right by the community and we've done everything right and all that type of stuff, or we try to anyway. But, and then just to have like someone come out and like, smash the windows in, steal your personal goods and all that type of stuff. And it was one of those things where like we continuously, and we still do, like continuously reinvest all of our earnings back into that business to make sure that we've got the space, we can do more cool stuff. We've got so many things in pipeline as well that we're looking to do, and we're just trying to make trading cards, affordable and achievable, and to be able to actually supply it to everybody in the country, and then just to have like some guy come in and help himself to a bunch of it hurt more than it did anything else. Financially it is what it is. Like we'll recover it. There's only so much you can do for it. Yeah. But I suppose the good news is that we're happy to publicize is the police did what they said. What they set out to do, and the guy was caught. So that's been taken care of, and I don't think we're allowed to go into further detail than that. But like that was kind of the good thing that came out of it, which was all we kind of really wanted, to be quite honest with you. So we quickly like fixed up our window. We didn't want it to affect business hours or trading. So we, the next day we cleaned up all the glass that was smashed, tidied up everything in the thing, restocked the shelves as quick as possible, and then just reopened in 24 hours, so we're back online. Yep. We still did our orders. Online was still taken care of. Everything was just operable within 24 hours, which is really good. Yeah. And again, like it all comes down to like the community that we've built and like the guys who are there all the time and people who, love and support us, I suppose. It's been really, really good. Yeah. A lot of people reached out. I think when we posted up that thing, just saying, the post saying like, guys, obviously like with the window smashed and like, we're closed for the day. I think we received like over 500 and something DMs in our Instagram.
Oh, fantastic. Yeah.
So like a lot of people reached out and just said, I hope these suckers get caught, which was,
Yeah, I know, like your usual response.
It's funny, but like at the same time, like, we're just like, it is what it is. Keep moving forward, I suppose. But yeah.
Did you notice an influx of people coming in to purchase after that, or?
We had a lot of people who came out post that and, obviously had chats with us and all that type of stuff and, offered to help wherever they could. And, at the not very least, but, they were purchasing like, I'll grab us an ETB, don't worry about throwing in free pack of sleeves. Like, I'll just take it type thing. So they were really nice about it. Like a lot of our community supported us for it. Then we had our launch party for 151 and all that type of stuff. And a lot of people turned up, which was really good. So it's been really good. Like the community's been more than supportive. Yeah. We can't ask for more. Yeah. But yeah, so that was probably like the worst thing that's happened. Worst thing that's happened to
I think it's like that'd be a low light for the epitome of the low light for a lot of store owners. It's probably one of the worst things that can sort of happen to you. So move past it now. Fingers crossed it doesn't happen to anybody because it's been a couple down that way. So fingers crossed cops keep putting the pressure on and it just sort of deters people more than anything else. I mean, you'd be stupid to steal them anyway. Where are you going to sell them? Like certified cards. Like the community's that big. Like the community is that big, and particularly when you're going to specialized stores like yours, or even if my stuff I've got certain numbers everywhere, you're not going to be able to sell it.
I know,
like what it is.
Exactly right.
I've got everything documented. You just put a hit out and just be like, cool, all this. And they'd be found, even if they didn't dump and try to get rid of them or do anything dodgy, they'd be found, and you'd be able to trace it back super easy. Yeah. So some people just aren't that clued in.
No, they're not. Well, without like offending anybody, but criminals aren't exactly the smartest people. Kind of a good
good at stealing, but not good at knowing what they're stealing sometimes.
Yeah. So, but end of the day,
is what it is. I'm glad that you've obviously bounced back from that because obviously having that safe space for a bunch of players to come down and actually enjoy their
100%.
Their hobby is really, really important. So
100%.
As a business, what do you think do you have anything in the pipelines to better serve the TCG community without sort of giving any sort of upcoming secrets away? Do you have anything in the works that you're going to look to sort of nurture the community with?
Yep. So one thing that without, how do I explain this now? Without giving too much away of how we're actually going to do it, but in terms of what we want to achieve, or the summary of what we're trying to achieve is one thing that we love about our Japanese guys overseas and all that type of stuff is, let's say, for example, like, you know, the new set just came out, which is a Paradox Rift equivalent, Raging Surf in Japanese. The new set that just came out, like, it'd be really cool, or like One Piece, or like most of that stuff that's in front of us right now, all of that's pretty new, right? All in the last month or two. It's pretty cool because, except for that, yeah. It's pretty cool because, like, our guys in Japan land us the product within, as I mentioned, 72 hours. And just like the Australian community here, we also, like, for example, stores get their stock a day or two before, and everybody knows that, right? So do they overseas. So, like, it's really cool because we'll get that stuff shipped out a day or two earlier, which means usually on release or like a couple of days maximum after release, we've got the stock in hand. Yeah. And usually that's when we get it, and we're pumping out those online orders, and we're trying to get all the pre-orders done, which is why we push pre-orders so heavily, because we are certain that within the first 3 to 5 days, assuming where you are in the order line, like, you're going to get your box really, really quick. Now, one thing that we were working with our wholesalers on, and what we want to achieve as a business, is we want to be able to push these products out where on release day for Raging Surf, for example, it's actually at our customers' hands. So we don't want them to be
latency there.
Yeah, we don't want that latency of waiting that extra week or the extra 3 days or whatever the case. And it's been really good. Like, a lot of people have known us to be very fast at getting out Japanese product, which is really good because it means people are happy to pre-order with us. We can gauge how popular the set will be based according to pre-orders, and then it also allows us to buy a little bit more or have that extra stock in hand. So when they do finally get in stock, like we have now with Raging Surf, you know, we can have the extra 20, 30 boxes, and we're not. The problem is, like, if we ordered, let's say, 50 units, top of my head, let's say we ordered 50 units and no one's pre-ordered, the day that they come out, everybody wants them, especially when we get them very close to first in the country. You know, we kind of get cleaned out within a day, and it's like, oh, now I've got to go back and reorder another 50, and we're waiting that extra, like, 3 or 4 days where we don't get stock or we don't have it. So we try to always stay very stock positive, if that makes sense, just to always make sure that we can supply customers with those units. But what we wanted to work out with Japan is to remove that latency and actually get the stock to the customer before it even comes to us.
Does there become issues with, like, embargoes or stock releases in that instance? Or
technically, no. Only because the embargoes aren't implied to Australian sellers; they're implied to Japan.
Yeah, because they have a stipulation, like, you're not.
Correct. So technically, like, but with that being said, the earliest that they're going to have it landed to their door is going to be on release. Yeah. Like, and that's best case scenario. Worst case scenario will be 2 days later.
Yeah.
Like, totally.
Is there a certain risk associated with the Japanese sellers, you know, as the products stipulate on them for sale in Japan only? Is there certain risks associated with them, I would imagine, reselling into Australia?
Well, I don't think so, because there's a lot of people doing it now.
Yeah,
so
there's heaps. That's what I'm getting on. Like, why would you have that stipulated on the product?
Literally.
Like,
not for resale.
You know, for sale in Japan only.
Yeah.
And then it's just like, well, is anybody actually enforcing that? Or is it just like, we'll write it, but we can't enforce it?
Yeah.
You know?
Well, technically they are sold in Japan. That's why, you know, most people would use that middleman or the wholesalers over there. So one way or another, it's technically getting sold in Japan.
It's technically correct.
Yes. They're just on and exporting the product out, which is also not illegal.
Yeah.
So, yes, they're supposed to only be sold in Japan, which means you are not allowed to license or carry outside of Japan. Yeah. So we, like, in Australia, I don't think I've met anybody so far in the community who's actually got a direct Japanese Pokemon license where they're shipping from Japan Pokemon to, you know, to an Australian citizen here. I don't think I've seen that yet. And I think that's where that label comes into play, because we've asked the same question when we first started, like, is this going to be a problem? And they said no. Like, you know, you're technically importing in a product, we're, you know, paying our taxes, we're doing everything correctly, we're telling them what we're bringing in.
Because I know there's a big issue with, like, they must declare values correctly as well.
Correct,
like they're really hunkering down on declaring stuff as well. Yeah. So well, with the declarations and stuff like that, like, you know, we are specifying to both countries what it is that is being imported, and with the tariff codes and all that type of stuff. So they are trading cards. It's clearly Pokemon. You can open it. They can see it. You know, and we've had, like, DHL and FedEx and stuff like that actually open, not the booster boxes,
but open the product and go, it's Pokemon cards.
Yeah.
It's like not a problem.
Recently, did you see Alex Fos, Acroshield, one of our good friends? They had one of their boxes ripped into. I think it was a jungle, first edition jungle
I've seen
or
that.
something.
And I also seen that they're cracking it for packs.
No, I didn't see that.
Yeah. So they
ripped it open. I saw that.
they ripped it open. They opened a pack as well. They pulled a holo.
Oh my God.
so good.
They weighed the
How
packs.
Customs
There with their little scales that you used to weigh the drugs. They're
Oh
weighing
my
the packs.
God.
This one's
they
good.
pull over the pack. They're like, that's the heavy.
Wow.
So yeah, that was really disappointing. You see it happen every now and again, and it all came with a note saying like, don't open this. This is a collector's item.
Yeah.
The seal must remain intact. If you have any questions, please reach out. I am here.
Yeah.
And they're just like,
And then
fuck that.
Yeah.
Bang.
Oh
This
my
is what we're hitting.
God.
Well,
Sorry. Dead
Yeah.
set.
That is
Dead
so
set.
bad.
latest
So-
episode with Border Force.
Far out.
What was I going to say? Yeah, I think we've so far only ever had one booster box ripped open. It was a Paradigm Trigger mystery box where the cards were actually missing. Like we didn't even, like the guy actually got his holo back out of that jungle box, but our cards were completely missing. And we went back to Japan and said, hey, why did you guys send us a damaged box? And they're like, nope, here's the photo. This is what the shipment looked like. Wasn't us.
Right. Ripped it.
So we filed like a whole like report and all that type of stuff. And they said, the boxes get handled so many times from one country to another that they don't know who could
Remember
have done
the
it.
EV case
Yeah.
as well?
Did you get it compensated at least? You have insured and compensated.
DHL compensated us
Yeah.
for that one booster box,
Yeah.
which is whatever. But yeah, it was just like, it was more the fact that we had pre-sold those items and it was like, we had to email that customer and say, sorry, like, there was an extra like 2-3 day delay before we can get the other units in because this is what happened. And they were just like, yeah, it's cool. It is what it is. Yeah.
What, Aneta, you mentioned something about
The
an EV here
EV
as well?
case. Remember how that was so damaged? Like what
funny
Ozpost.
Yeah, funny story. This was an Australian Ozpost incident.
No. Never. I'm shocked.
We had when EV Heroes got their reprint. So this would have been the year before last, I think, if my math's not wrong.
2 years ago now, maybe.
Probably 2 years
About
ago,
that.
end of 2 years ago or something like that. We were still operating from home at the time. And we had a customer who purchased a bunch of booster boxes, messaged us saying, hey, do you guys have a sealed case? And we said, yeah, we do. We're happy to ship it out. It was actually our last sealed case. And we said, all right, like, we'll message the guys in Japan, see if we can get some more. And the guys were like out trying to find us another case. And they did. They managed to secure it. And I said, yeah, we've got a sealed case. We're happy to do it as a sealed case, not as like loose units. And they said, yeah, great. Like, not a problem. Please make sure it's like wrapped properly and all that type of stuff. I was like, yeah, don't worry. We got this. And we put together this case and like we put like our wrapping and our TCGroup like branding on it and whatnot. And I sat there and went like, it had so much of this paper around it. And I thought, like,
What are
we've never had a
chances,
problem
yeah.
before. Like, we usually like ship out cases, or at the time we did, with no bubble wrap or anything like that. And we're like, what could go wrong? And then we handed it to us post and it was fucking yeah, famous last words. And what happened was we shipped it out and like we sent it out and the guy called us from Sydney like 2 or 3 days later. And he goes, dude, like, why would you not put bubble wrap on the case, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, what?
Did.
What happened?
Yeah, and I was like, wait, like, what do you mean? Like, what happened? He sent us a photo of his driveway, and it's like one of those like houses in the hills, and it's like straight up.
Yeah.
And he goes, the Ozpost guy walked up drove up the hill, got out, went to the front doorstep. As he went to give him the case, tumbled the case and just went straight down the court. Tore the shit out of the side of the case. Luckily, like the booster boxes were still intact. They were fine, but the case was completely destroyed.
Yeah.
Now, given the fact that this guy was a sealed case collector, like, and loved cases, and like,
No good to him. Yeah.
it was done. It was no good to him. So we sat there and went, just ship it back, and we'll send you out our last case. And then we had like this completely fucking munted case for like 3 months in the store, and I was like, I'm sick of looking at it. Just crack it, like put the boosters up, put the booster boxes up, and like just whatever, just sell them. So we did that. The booster boxes are all gone, and like they completely sold out. And yeah, it was just so funny because Ozpost like tumbled it down like half a kilometer. And when this case came back, I don't even know how to explain like the way that it looked. It was just
Mangled.
it was completely fucked.
Yeah.
It was funny. Like we went back to Ozpost and they're like, oh, it was technically delivered, and I'm like, yeah, I'm like, you're missing the point here. It was delivered, but the guy like dropped it half a kilometre down the road.
We had someone, we had Star Trek deliver a parcel to one of our wholesale accounts, and the thing was drenched.
Oh, yeah.
What?
Like, received it, got it from the driver.
Yeah.
And it wasn't even raining the day they received it, and it was drenched. And they were like, I don't want to potentially sell water damage stuff. I'm like, absolutely not. Send that back to us. We'll replace everything. Yeah. We'll pull everything out of the packaging and we'll figure it all out ourselves, which we did. And we approached them and like, bro, can you like, you know, I understand that insurances are in place and there's certain contracts and stuff where insurance isn't applicable, but like, this has been clearly damaged at a depot. Like, something's gone wrong here. Are you able to, we can refund you the shipping. Bro.
No.
Sorry.
And they just wouldn't hold any accountability.
Or the truck fire.
Yeah. They had Australia Post had a truck catch fire. Thank God the driver is safe. Everything is good. But you don't have an insurance on your stuff, so it's lost. It's gone.
Oh, no.
And it's like, but you'd have insurance on the truck or should have contents on the trucks. And they're just like, it doesn't matter. It's in the contract sort of thing. You have to we'll refund the shipping. That's it. I'm like, are you shitting me?
Jesus Christ.
This is like a standard level.
Like, that's the level of service.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't say like, I'm gonna offer this service and then half-ass it and then they'll be like, oh no, but you can't have your money back. Yeah. I'm not going to compensate you. Yeah. It's wild. I'm like,
even if you had the insurance on it, they'd still kick up a stink about it.
Probably. I don't know. They can't really do much then. But like, there's certain predicaments where you're like, even that shouldn't matter.
Yeah.
Like, the insurance shouldn't matter in this particular set of circumstances. It has happened a handful of times, and it just sucks because I have such a chokehold on the like. I just be like, oh cool, I'm leaving.
Yeah.
Like recently, we had our account manager retire. Yeah. And so we're having Star Trek miss certain pickups some days, and we're like, dude, like wholesale Star Trek, we need our stuff sent out. And they haven't reallocated us an account manager. What? So I've called them and been like, hey, because I do not want to call a random person on the end of the line and vent my frustration because they do not deserve it.
Yeah.
The account manager doesn't either, but I've got to have someone to manage the account so they can collate all this information to then escalate it. I can't, otherwise you just get handballed around every day. So, they're just like, oh, well, you haven't been assigned one. I'm like, but we have had one and they've retired. So we should be allocated a new one. Like, why? We're like pretty much almost like a platinum customer with you now. So like, why don't we have one? It's been like 2 months. And I'm just like, I don't want to be like hounding these poor people that are doing customer service because they already cop enough shit during the day. I don't want to be another thorn in their side sort of thing. I respect them too much. I respect people too much to do that. But like, this need to fix the problem, and they don't have that much power there in customer service.
Correct.
So like, I need an account manager who has the power to rectify these problems, and they're just like, I'll escalate it. I'm like, that's all I can ask of you. But like, Jesus Christ, like, what's going on? Like, anyway. So is there anything you would like to cover before we sort of get stuck into packs at all?
No, not at the top of my head. I think we kind of went through
the main,
what we do. And
you should shamelessly plug yourself now, and then we'll do it again at the end. So shamelessly, like, where can people find you? What's your web address? Any social, any associated handles? And then we're going to plug that again at the end. Pumpsoffgame.com.au. Buy our shit.
Buy now. So we're TC Group. And not TCG Group.
I know. Oh my god!
I'm still going to call you TCG Group.
Okay.
I think
because I know it'll annoy you.
I think a few people do still call us TCG Group. Yeah. It's funny because our full name is supposed to be Trading Card Group Australia. That's kind of what we went for. The reason why we threw the word group in there, and it's not trading card gaming, which is actual thing for TCG. We called it group because at the time, like, we wanted to build like a group or a community. So that's kind of how that came along.
TCG Duo or something, but that's too long.
Yeah, now
it's too long. At the time.
And they'll probably still get it wrong.
Yeah, no, that's true.
So it's TC Group.
Hey, we're palms off grading half the time. So like,
Oh my god.
People call us palms off grading.
Yeah.
Anyway, continue.
We get mistaken for TCG. The grading company, TCG Grading. We get mistaken with those boys a few times,
Tomato, baby.
But anyway, so tcgroup.com.au. We're located in 4353 Jutland Way, Epping, in 3076.
Fantastic. Awesome. I'll let you lead.
Let's crack some packs.
Can lead. So we've got semi-rigids here. if you want to grade cards, and then tag sleeves if you want to grade cards.
Tag sleeves are so
A
good.
lot of
I
these
love
are
them.
like bulk majority of this, except for the ETB, is Japanese. So chances are, if there's any big hits, they're going to be probably sent off to B graded. So tag sleeves, grading holders. There's other stuff. Again, just go to our website, buy it.
See if we can get a God
TC.
pack out of
Yeah, that'd be sick.
151. That'd be really
Yeah,
good.
so
yeah.
good.
Explain God packs to people who may not know about them as
so
well.
God packs are effectively in 151, for example. I think it was the first card was just a common, and then everything post that was a hit of character ARs or SRs or SARs. So you could get like a mixture of all of them, but you're guaranteed like 9 cards out of there or whatever in the hit. Sorry, that one was only 7 per pack. So I think 6 of them were like hits, which
It's like
has been
for
really
V
cool.
Star Universe, for example, they did the all the alternate rares, so the Pikachu and, and the
correct.
Kristiana and the Turtwig, all those big arts cards. Yeah,
Have you seen what that Pikachu's worth today?
it's like $500 or something like
Yeah,
that.
just for the Pikachu.
Yeah,
like
it's
the
criminal.
God pack complete, like all the cards that you get in the God pack's like $900. Man. It's so
Insane.
expensive.
I got a few Dust Skulls and stuff because it used to be my favorite Pokemon.
Yeah.
It still is one of them. So I got a few art rares for that. That's really cool. But yeah, Pikachu's just crazy.
Crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Alright.
what do you want to crack first?
This only got released very recently.
That just came out. That's the latest. And
So do you want to lead with it or you want to finish with it?
Let's lead with it.
Leave with it?
Yeah, let's lead with it.
Go with it.
I actually want to crack it.
Yeah, we still haven't cracked it.
I think, funny enough, before I walked in here, I realized my box cutters were still in my pocket.
I think we got one over here. Did you already hit record on this, Jacob? Oh, look at you go.
Alright, I'm gonna have to like.
I'll hold your mic.
Yeah.
Run, he's got a knife.
Yeah, I was cutting up boxes just before we got here. Our shipments came in, and I was like, "Oh, quickly cut these, and I'll head out."
I haven't seen the cards in this one yet.
Nah, neither have we. Like,
What's the chase?
neither
There's
one of us.
a female art trainer. There's a chase card for that.
I actually don't even know.
I like that they're doing the little tear things
Yeah,
now.
they are.
I know that you can get the guy who looks like Silly String. Like, you know, the
Fuck
cheese.
yeah, dude. Yeah, the cheese man.
The cheese man.
Which one?
The biggest stringer dude.
The biggest string. Yeah, that's right. I was trying to think of the company, the actual cheese company.
Please insert the Arnie Donna. Biggest stringers. Anybody that gets that, that's watching or listening, please let us know. And you'll be our friends forever. You guys familiar with Arnie Donna?
With who, sorry?
Arnie Donna, the comedy group?
No.
Get out.
Sounds like we're missing out. Leave the pack.
Arnie Donna, if you're listening and you're into trading card games, we're going to get you in here. I know you live around Warrandyte because you did a funny video about it. So,
All right, let's crack some packs.
thanks, sir. So I'll probably get 2 at a time. So we'll get you going as well, and then we'll switch you guys after a while too. Just to stream through roll through
Oh,
it
you're
because
doing two,
that
yeah.
camera, we need new batteries for it. It's not happy. It keeps dying. Gibble. Hell yeah, dude.
Actually, missed string. Oh,
Oh, it hit already. Look at that.
Oh my god!
Bang. There you go.
That's that.
I think that's one of the chases. Yeah.
That's one of the
box.
chases. It's not the SAR, it's the SR, but it's one of the chases already. That's
Oh my
great.
God.
There's pack magic.
Wow.
My luck is usually so crap on these.
Oh, there you go then.
That's whack.
That's actually
That's the card I was talking about too.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's
Yeah,
the
another one
secret art rare.
There'd still be art rares and stuff. I
Yeah.
don't know if there's going to be any secret rares.
Pull the 2. That's nuts.
Oh, wow. You got a really cool color.
Oh, Zekrom. That's sick.
Man, Gengar's probably one of my favorite Pokemon.
Gengar is
Yeah.
up there.
Yeah.
Like you
So
see
good.
polls and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Gengar's like up there. Gengar, Gyarados, Charizard, Pikachu.
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
Pikachu's like very
Alakazam.
common to be
He's
a
an
lot of
icon.
people's favorite.
Yeah.
He's probably one of my favorites. But Gengar's definitely one of my favorite Pokemon. Hello.
He's like, can I open a pack with my tooth? Oh, Gibble. Palkia. Sick.
Oh, that looks awesome.
Love Palkia.
Check that out.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I like the textures, the different
Yeah.
textures they get on them. There's a lot going on.
They're definitely.
Hoopers are cool, like, mythical. She's like, if I can chew it, I will eat it. Everybody that can't see her, she's just floating here, being like, is that food? Like, she thinks they're food wrappers. So that's genuinely what she thinks. She's so food
We
driven.
mentioned Mega String Cheese before, so. Okay.
Oh, yeah, she'd be on it. Oh, I pulled the ground on too. There you go.
Very
There
nice.
you go.
Man, you got all the hits.
Literally.
I like it.
I'm calling them. Always a Pokemon Ruby person. Do you ever play the games?
No. Not me.
I played, like I said before, I haven't played the latest one. But my favorite Pokemon game as a kid was Pokemon Yellow. Clocked it in one sitting.
sick. Yeah.
Like as a child, finished it with one hit.
Pokemon Yellow's dope. Love Yellow.
She's so cute.
Chugio. Dog on pod. That's the chant. Nick was so excited. He opened the door this morning. He's like, dog on pod.
I'm pretty sure that like artwork was in Eevee Heroes
Show me.
Yeah, right.
of like that Pokemon. Looks really, really similar. Probably think of another card.
There's supposed to be a holo in every pack on like a reverse.
No.
No. So I was about to say, I didn't get anything then. I was like,
Not
okay.
in this set. There should have been.
All right.
We're thinking to do Ruler of the Black Flame, but then I'm like, the chances of us getting that chance. It's gonna be
I'm not a
rough.
massive fan of the set anyway, to be honest with you. Like, it's just, no.
Really?
It's just, I don't like the terrestrializations. It's just like, cool, we've just put a party hat on this motherfucker. Like, it just doesn't look any good.
I like it. I don't know
Yeah?
why. It's like King Zard.
God, at least that makes one of us.
Well, yeah, that's good.
There you go. Gotcha.
Another one.
Very nice. Very
Yeah.
nice.
Mate,
This is a really
once.
cool looking Pokemon.
I've pulled like 5. Yeah, big noodle boy. I do like the alternate types. It does open up like a massive can of worms for That's cool. Sizzler.
The new ones, yeah.
Yeah. It's a massive. It opens up a massive realm of competitive play.
Yeah,
Like
it does.
it opens up a massive can of worms for competitive play, which I'm a sucker for watching. Like I watch a lot of competitive VCG.
There he is.
They're bigger stringers. You'd like this guy, Jacob. Biggest stringers boy.
It's not the AR.
Gongle.
It's the AX, but it's still pretty cool.
Holo's cool.
That's right. Swap, you can.
Yeah. Do you want to jump in my seat?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, jump in. Go for it. First person that's ever sat in the
No, hang on. No, I'll swap with you.
right side.
Come, go on this side.
We have bad personal luck.
I've got notoriously bad luck.
No. You can't beat us.
Yeah?
Nah, trust me. I don't think
trust
we've ever
me.
opened like a booster box. I remember when we did Eevee Heroes, we did 9 booster boxes in a row, hit Aroma Lady and nothing more.
I swear to God,
Oh,
it was
really?
the worst.
Yeah, it
At
was
least you
so
got a
bad.
hit.
We hit Aroma Lady and Gordy like 50
Oh my God,
times.
yeah.
And then it was funny because, yeah. Do you want to take my spot on the
The
podcast?
Poochie girl, sorry.
And what ended up happening was we hit like nothing, one more booster box to go, and we cracked it open on stream for a customer. And it was so funny because we hit the Moonbryon straight out of it.
Oh, that's wild.
Yeah, and I was like,
that
come
was-
on, this is why you don't stop.
That was recorded as well.
You're gonna, you know.
That's
The
wild.
reaction.
Yeah, we actually had the video recording. It's on our
Pretty
Instagram.
cool.
Hello.
I have to put my boxes away because I'll just get home one night and be like, I really want to.
Yeah, to be quite honest with you, ooh, that looks awesome.
That's cute.
Snow Run?
Oh, so right, yeah. It's a really cute card.
Yeah, like having the warehouse and not having the stock at home has been like a lot safer for us now. Because it's like, oh, I've got to drive 5 minutes to get a booster
But
box.
our temptation to openings, it's really calmed down.
Not really, because when Darcy said, hey, what are we opening today? And I'm
Yeah,
I
you
just went
bought
to,
like so much stuff.
Yeah, like, I went to the shop and I'm like, we're doing this, and I'm sitting there and I'm like, yeah, maybe put some of these back. Podcast is going to go for 3 hours. No, let's put some of it back.
Do you think you'll start streaming again?
We definitely will. I don't know. We changed our vibe of how we did streams. So we did one of our streams, like we changed it away from a desk, away from anything like what was conventional on Twitch. We actually set up in our warehouse like big ass TV, like where we could see ourselves, computers connected to it, camera at the front of us, and it was more like a. The guy who works with us likes to refer to a casting couch vibe, which is completely different. So it was a bit of fun. Like we ran a couple of streams on that, and it was really, really good. People took it on like very differently, and like it actually boosted our viewers a little bit as well. So it was a little bit different, but at the same time, like at the end of that stream, we were just like, man, that was like very tiring because like the way that it's set out and the way that like, I got to get up and grab this, and you can't like really put anything in front of me. It was really tiring. So I think we might go back towards like a desk vibe as well if we do go back on stream. But I don't think it's if we go back, it's when we go back. We're definitely going to go back on stream now. Like, I miss cracking packs.
Yeah.
So good.
You can even do those TV dinner tables.
Oh, I didn't really think of that. Like
TV
a
dinner tables. Oh,
yeah.
Yeah.
The fold out ones that you're talking
Yeah.
about. Yeah. Oh, I wonder how that would look on stream.
Throw in a couple of mukbangs as well.
No.
It's just such a filthy word. Mukbang. I hate it. I'm sorry if you're a fan of that, but Jesus, get help.
It's satisfying.
Oh, this concerns me. Come here.
Maybe we're going to get a palms off gaming like scooper.
Yeah. Trying to use like one. Oh, there we go.
Got it.
It's the smartest man alive.
Man, those tag sleeves have been so good. I remember before there was anything like them, we used to go out and buy from Officeworks like these little tabs.
Oh my
And we
god.
used to tab them and put them in there.
Yes.
You just know what night on stream it was, depending on like the color that we had. Because it was like all these red ones and all these blue ones and all that type of stuff. So it was really, it was good. And then I remember when these came out, it was just like, oh, so good. Like, just so good.
It was
all
like
of our singles in stores. In our store, like we don't have everything on our website, but all the single cards that we have in store, they all sit in the tag sleeves.
oh, lovely.
Yeah, because when a customer just buys them, we just go bang straight into a semi-rigid or a top load or whatever.
A lot of people don't know they exist. I mean, the concept's been around for ages because we used to use like 3M tabs and stuff like that years ago. So we had it on the back burner for ages, and there was a company that came out in America that was doing them, and we had like because ours are a completely different shape as well. We had that ready for send off as well. And we're just like, oh, okay. I mean, it's a pretty easy concept to wrap your head around. It was only a matter of time. I'm like, damn it, they beat us to it. Like, god damn it. Like, we'll come out with it. But anyway, so we were the first like main company in Australia to actually, UP don't do it, and a couple other bigger brands.
No, they don't. I don't know why they don't, but they don't.
Yeah.
Like,
I think they know under
really
the premise that, like, as far as I'm aware, like grading companies typically, you know, PSA anyway. So I've heard allegedly they will just cut the grading holders open anyway.
Oh, wow.
So, but they're particularly handy out of like top loaders and stuff. So you're not digging your hands in trying to figure it out, or like like hitting them out of the top loader. They're just handy because you can get them and put them in a top loader the other way up, and then put a sleeve over that and sort of wrap it so you can just still display the card nicely. But when you open the sleeve, you just pull the card straight out. It's just a lot more efficient and less messing, less probability of you mucking up the card at some stage through prep. Yeah, particularly if you need to put it through a cleaning process or anything like that as well. A lot of people clean off oils and stuff from cards before they submit. So,
we do that as well as part of our service. It's you have to, like, sometimes you get like fingerprints on them and stuff like that. And
sometimes I'll get cards in of like someone had like a fatty serve of KFC before they started getting into this these cards.
And it's even worse when PSA grade it and it's like in the slab like that.
Greasy little digit.
It's like you just see like someone's fingerprint after eating Cheetos or something. It's like, dude, what the
hair? That was.
We've had hair in slabs, and now it's so bad.
That's happened a few times.
Yeah, one of our friends, she had a Umbreon from Japanese that she packed from one of our booster boxes, and she got it back in a gold label, and she came past to show us, like, you know, came out of our booster boxes, so she came past to show us, and like we looked at it, and it was this big piece of hair in it, and she's like, I said to her, I'm like, just ship it back, they'll replace the actual thing.
Do it free of charge as well.
Yeah, they do it free of charge, which is really good. So she did that and got it back, and all worked out well.
Yeah.
But
I mean, shit happens. It'd be so hard to keep like that encapsulation room clean all the time. Like
100%.
The volume, like it's all well and good, like people complaining about it, but like, man, like when you're processing that amount of cards, like shit like that's bound to happen. Yeah. Particularly particularly with, you know, large companies that have to bulk hire because of spikes and peaks of interest. It's like you have to get people into. You know, there people complain about the wait times, and then people worry about QC control, and it's like, well, like it's so hard to find that balance, and even then, that balance it's not going to be perfect. It's a balance, right? It's just a very fine line to walk. All right, so this is for display purposes. We're not opening this, I would imagine.
No, crack it.
No,
really?
Yeah.
Right, you'll crack it on me.
I'll crack it. Let me sit there. I want to crack it.
So display piece, like I like that thing. So I don't know if I chatted about this on the potty before we started, but I remember seeing these packs in Coles. This is well after, you know, we started. Me and Jack started collecting, so we started back on Evolution. So obviously Team At's quite a while after that. And I remember seeing him in Coles. Yeah, rip it. and being like, oh, I'll buy them for like $8 or whatever they were selling them for because it's Pikachu and Mimikyu.
Yeah.
And didn't. And now what? You're saying the promo card's like
look at
$30 now?
Eevee and
About
Snorlax.
30, 40
Let me
bucks,
see
yeah.
Eevee and Snorlax at the front.
Pikachu and Pichu.
Eevee and stuff like that.
Oh, look.
I think even the coin, like I know that people collect some of the coins too,
Yeah, like grade them and everything now.
if anyone wants it.
Can't wait to look at Jacob editing this and take that code before anyone.
If it doesn't work, you know who got it. Oh, dude, just have a look at that
Pristine?
swirl. And it's pristine. Look at the swirl in the bottom there.
So I want that.
Oh, good placement. Like the little leaves and stuff.
Yeah, looks really, really good. Right, that's a jab. Put that in now. So what was the actual, like, even though it's such an expensive set, such a cool set, I actually don't know what the hit is in these packs.
Team up was so long ago.
Yeah.
Testing my knowledge now. We're gonna find out. I've always been a big fan of Snorlax. So for me, the hit was always Snorlax because it was a personal card. I usually open packs to find
That's a good sign. Good nice
Kristijan at the front.
there.
Yeah.
I always like,
Pikachu.
I don't like ripping these packs. Like
Pikachu
ripping.
Zekrom? Was that in this one?
I don't know. I genuinely do not remember.
I'm gonna look it up.
Usually when we get stuck on stream, I just go, hey, chat, what was in this?
Yeah, they answer
Right now,
it for
there's
you.
no chat. Hey, Jacob,
So
here's
yeah,
another one.
Yeah, this is the one with like Venusaur, Celebi, and all that sort of
I
stuff.
think it
Because I
might-
ripped a lot of the Japanese equivalent for this.
It might be the Venus or Celebi. Do you know if it's...
Oh, the Latios and Latias. They're making the love heart sort of vibe.
That's the one in
That
this.
one. Yeah,
Did
yeah.
you see what the black label's selling for?
Nah, God,
It's like
don't even.
20 plus K.
Jesus. There was a Gold Star Umbreon, Japanese. It went for 120, 130 something. Me and Jack were just looking at the latest
Wow.
sale.
Yeah.
US as well. It's
Yeah.
nuts. It's like
They are
double
expensive.
that because of our
They
exchange rate.
definitely are expensive. Do you know what the hit, like, is it 3 to the front?
I think at this era it was 3. It's 3 or 4, but I feel like Tag GX was 3. And they got the Gengar Mimikyu in this as well, which is a sick card. I'm not a massive fan of the artwork.
I did 3. There's no hit here. But like,
Oh, no, you just go from the front. Did you pull?
yeah, I put 3 to the front, but either that or there's just going to be an energy card, last card.
That's right.
Let's see what we got. We got Judge's Whistle. Kismoan. Kismoan? I don't know how to pronounce that. Persian. There's a Dratini.
Yeah, you'll have an energy at the end.
Grima. Ponyta. I just want a hollow.
Something.
Is that?
I think that's the reverse. Ooh, it's a cute card.
You got something.
Oh, the Articuno in a hollow.
Hollow.
Take that.
You got a hollow at least. That's
We
good.
got a hollow.
I think that's a really cool artwork.
They definitely are.
With the red glowy eyes and stuff.
Yeah, I just noticed that.
It's dope.
That is pretty cool.
Mm.
Like the quality control, I think back then was somewhat better in comparison.
It wasn't
to like,
as massive as Demand.
That's also the thing.
I feel like Fates was massive. Like,
Oh, Hidden Fates was
Yeah.
probably
Oh my god,
still
my
to date one
favorite
of our
set.
favorite sets.
Loved
yeah,
Hidden Fates.
Fates was crazy. You want to mix it up in the middle and just do one piece?
Yeah,
You're cracking
that's just-
everything, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
Oh, we were like super G'd, like I said, like it was like, yeah, let's crack shit. And like we grabbed so much stuff off that shelf. And then I was like,
couldn't tell.
Some of that back, yeah. I got excited. I was like, I want to do a blue sky stream booster box. And I'm like,
All right. Go for it. Are you around One Piece?
I haven't really watched the anime. I tried watching it. It is pretty cool. It's just, I sit there and I'm like, man, I can't like fill 1,000 episodes worth of time. And I feel like, you know what it is like when you just know that you've missed the boat, like I'd have to sit there and like dedicate the next 3 years of my life to like smash them all out.
Yeah.
I just don't
And
feel like I
as
could
a business
achieve
owner,
it.
you don't have that liberty either.
No, you don't. You definitely don't. So like I sat there and I was like, oh, as much as I'd love to do it, I just don't have the time to go through and watch it all. But now with the live action series, it's actually really good. Like they've done a really, really good job.
Yeah, right.
I don't know if you've watched
Usually
it.
they cook it.
It's still number 1 on Netflix.
Still
Yeah.
number 1 on Netflix.
Usually they
Well,
cook
that it.
was
was bound to.
I remember the Dragon Ball one back in the day. Do you remember that?
Yes, they did too. They even did a
Oh my
movie.
god, Dragon Ball Evolutions.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, they
Dragon
even
Ball.
did the movie.
Put me down. I like the card stock on all of Bandai's stuff.
Yeah, it's a
It's just
thicker
thicker.
GSM,
Yeah, the GSM thickness is just so much nicer. At least I know like what rarities I'm looking for because Sam, our mate, is really into One Piece. Yeah. So he just rocks up to events. I like that they've got a little tear function on them as well.
I think I'm just so used to ripping it through the middle. I think one of our most sold products as a store would probably be One Piece.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
The amount of like, and as I mentioned earlier, our guys in Japan have first SL. Our guys overseas have such a like good relationship with Bandai that they're always able to get really, really good stock at really good prices. So like we've been stocked out from like day one. I think last week or a couple of days ago was like the first time we ran out of One Piece OPO1.
Oh, really?
From like the day one.
Day one.
Yeah, okay. I don't know how you do it. I'd be just opening stuff all day. Jacob knows how poorly me and Jack conduct ourselves when we're around sealed packs of cards.
We got booster packs to do like product testing with.
How'd that go?
Well, I tested them.
And
I tested the shit out of them.
Yeah.
And then we're like, okay, cool. We'll just use my open booster pack.
Yeah.
Desk.
Then we never need them ever again. We just go out, buy more, test it, and then we just open them again. It's just a good excuse to go buy cards, really. And I've had General Games open up down the road from me as well.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I'm Quid North.
Yeah.
So I'm a whiles away from here. And I'm just like, oh, it's so dangerous. And they've got a decent range there as well. So it's like the struggles. I love the gold border ones and like the comic.
They always throw me off though because you sit
They
there
think
and
they're
it's like,
rare.
oh, yeah,
and they're just a
and
rare.
it's just like normal rare.
Yeah.
Normal rare.
No.
They cut us.
Yeah. Yeah. I think Jacob's going to try to probably hit you up at one stage for a Chainsaw Man box.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, that's cool. I should have told me. I would have brought one in.
Yeah.
I opened, I bought it from the TRA one.
Okay.
And I bought a, what was it? The Jujutsu Kaisen.
Yep.
Oh, Juju.
Arena?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's so
My
popular.
God, the card stock. Like, even compared to like other cards, I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
It's unreal.
So popular.
Union Arena has actually been really popular. Oh wow. That looks really cool.
Mm.
Give
Like
me
the
that.
textures and stuff.
Yeah, I think that might be the box hit though. Just
Yeah.
given its alternate.
Yeah.
Let's see what happens. You got a gold border again?
32 minutes on that one.
Oh, sweet. Plenty of time.
Oh, got another SR.
Oh,
Man, that's like really.
Oh, that's cool. That'd be a popular one, I feel.
Wonder if
Oh, Jacob, you'd love this. This is such a Jacob card.
So dumb.
Yeah, it's dumb.
He's a dumb, it's dumb.
He just collects like cards. He's just like, oh, that's funny. What does it say? Because
Yeah.
because he reads and speaks Japanese. A
Oh,
little
that's
bit,
sick.
So he's just like,
Just Monkey D. Garbage is the fella's name.
Oh, I actually read it.
That's pretty cool.
I know. Far out. Oh,
It'd be really helpful. It's so funny because like sometimes like we get customers who ask and it's like, how many exact cards are in here for like a brand new set that we still haven't even had a chance to like open? And it's like,
Yeah.
I'll try to read the box. I think it's like 7.
if you look at it, it's like I can't read English, let alone Japan.
I'll occasionally do our subs.
I struggle with English, man.
Yeah. Oh, I can't read.
that's cool.
Oh wow, it's a leader card. Should be red at the back. Yeah,
Oh.
she'd be the box hit.
Hey.
Yeah,
Go me.
Slaps. It's cool art style as well.
yeah.
The old school.
Go
Like,
me. Go me.
It's so funny because the red bordered backs like that, like when you crack in the packs, it's the first card you see. So if you see the red at the back, it's like you know you got the hit.
yeah,
Oh.
yeah, right.
But obviously, yeah,
That's cool.
she's really cool. Anything in that one?
No, just a rare again.
I think that concludes it.
I
4
reckon.
SRs and a leader card. Take that.
Not bad. Not bad.
1-star leader card.
bad.
Really good.
I love these gold bordered ones. You
Yeah.
like the art style on this, Jacob? Do you watch One Piece, Jacob? Or no?
I tried.
Yeah.
I tried. What do you mean?
Tried.
How does one try to
I
watch it?
got to the Usopp bit, like when you first start meeting him.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, I don't like this.
You've offended a large culture of people.
I
Yeah.
know the latter bit, like, you get into the actual story of it all, and it gets really good. But I'm just like, this started.
There's a lot of filler. A lot of filler in the series.
It's like Naruto. They had a massive arc of fillers and stuff, but they just couldn't.
I mean, I was talking about anime with Shane earlier. It's like the best anime are the ones that have like 12 or 24 episodes.
Just simply,
Yeah. You can like finish in a lifetime.
Like Death Note's to date
stories.
one of my favorites.
Yeah.
Death
Note.
Sick. Yeah, love Death Note. Big on that in high school.
They're just tighter stories.
Yeah.
I feel like half the time it's actually us that burn through these because we go through like so many single cards and it's just like, oh yeah, go grab a pack of these. Pack of the tag sleeves, and it's like, you know.
I rip them.
This one account is keeping palms off afloat.
It's just us ripping packs.
Yeah. What am I going to open when I get home now? I've got a bunch of stuff at home just calling my name.
You still got those Tag GX boxes?
I do.
Yeah, we'll do one of those.
Yeah. Oh, no. Because the hit rates can be really poor in those.
Yes,
as well.
they can.
They can be really savage.
Yes, they can.
I don't think I have it in me.
Jack was like a
Miracle Twins.
Yeah.
Miracle Twins.
Miracle Twins, yeah.
We still got a couple of PC Miracle Twins left there.
Yeah, but it was worth more before you cracked it.
Oh, absolutely.
No, it wasn't.
Can't put a price
talking
on
about?
fun, Jacob. It was not fun. 151 Japanese.
Gonna go Jap or English first?
Actually, lead with English.
Lead
It's
with
going to be
English?
boring. I'll
Yeah,
always pull
I
nothing
reckon.
out of those ETBs.
Let's see if we can change that luck.
Oh, fingers crossed. I need it. At least I really like the promo art, but I can't justify like the double price associated with it.
Scared me again.
I got this one.
What's this?
Oh, the promo for that. I like the artwork, but I just obviously you can't justify, getting those little six pack back box bangers as opposed to that for like what, 80?
Man, if you can get one of those, the booster bundles is what you're referring to?
Yeah.
Yeah, if you can find those.
They're just
at the moment,
gone.
it's- they sold out so quickly.
You can see why though. Everybody's just done like the value calculation. They're just like, yep, this is it.
Oh, yeah. Oh, 100%. It was 9 packs. Let's go 3
each. Perfect.
Let's go Charizard.
I'm all about the Mew in this set.
The gold Mew you can get here, but you can't get the SAR from the thing. It's only the UPCs that have them.
I'm hoping I will pull that in here.
Haunter.
Yeah. That's in there. That's upcoming, isn't it? The ultra premium.
Got a
collection.
Correct,
basic
yes.
energy.
America just got theirs, so we should have ours in I think it's next week.
I hate that the chase card. They always print the chase card as a promo in English.
Yeah, well, kills me. Golem and Poliwell.
I like how they do
anything?
the lottery style distribution for promo cards.
Yeah.
In Japan.
Which makes it harder to get and but also more valuable to collect. So I guess you kind of. Ooh, I think I got something now. I'm pretty sure. Aerodactyl.
Oh, Zapdos. That's one of the better
we'll take
ones.
that,
Yeah.
We'll take that.
Yeah.
And a double Aerodactyl, but Hollow and reverse.
Aerodactyl.
Yeah.
I really rate that art for Aerodactyl. Nice. There you go.
Double box with the pink Mew.
Oh my god, it's so pretty.
She's like, oh, what'd you get?
What'd you get? Food?
Is it a Bicky?
Oh, the Mew's so pretty.
How'd you go over there, Darcy?
No, nothing. Yeah. I got one pack left. I got a Gyarados and a Shiny Energy. I'm never buying an ETB ever again.
Hey, this has been good though.
Yeah.
That's double hit from one ETB.
That's pretty good. I like the Zapdos art is sick. Like it's
Yeah.
it's
Do you know what's
got all
funny?
three of them.
We saw the Charizard SAR come out of this mall from like the boys cracking in store.
Yeah, right.
Versus the Zapdos.
Right.
Yeah, but for some reason Zapdos like
I
didn't-
don't
wasn't-
like the Charizard art. I'll be very
Really?
forthcoming in saying
Well,
that.
you're
I do
about
not
to piss
like
off
it.
a lot of you.
I don't care. Fight me. The Zapdos, like the bird trio art, is just so much nicer.
They did very nice.
It's so good.
Can't argue with that.
The Blastoise line art is my favorite by far.
Yeah.
Actually,
yeah.
Venusaur as well because it's a very different art style.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a very busy. Oh, yeah, cool. That's one of your favorites as well. The Poliwhirl. Looking into the water. Yeah.
Man, have you seen what the Pikachu Master Ball's going for earlier?
Criminal. Yeah.
Beyond criminal.
Moltres.
I see why you don't like 151 ETBs. You're the only one who didn't hit anything right now.
That was a promo card.
How is it? Is it cut well?
We've got about 7,000 of them in the store if you want to
OC that way, like less on that side. But that's fine. The back is not good. Yeah. Yeah.
All right, let's do
that's
Jap.
life. That is life.
Yay. Love me some Jack.
Japanese is just,
151.
you don't have to worry about anything coming out of the box that's crap.
Yep.
Well, I like
nice.
the way that they do Japanese because you're guaranteed your art res, you're guaranteed the master ball, you're guaranteed so many hits in a box.
Yeah.
I think we
Watch,
calculated it was like...
we'll get the Pikachu Master Ball right here.
Oh, that's a big call, man.
Calling it.
We'll do 6 each. There you go.
Thank you.
And there'll be 2 left at the end.
Ooh.
33 minutes on the front.
Do you know, we were discussing this with Hal last potty as well.
Yeah.
Do you know why all the Pokemon here got just a plain silhouette, but the Mew has the red circle behind it? You'd think it's because of the Pokeballs there with the Mew, but it's a different picture. It's a different art.
I actually don't know.
Yeah. I'm yet to find out. If anybody knows why, if you look at any English or any Japanese for 151, the little silhouettes of the
Master Ball?
Pokemon on the packs,
Yeah.
they have, the Mew has a red circle behind it. I would assume it's supposed, no, there's just dots filtered in. There's a silver dot there. Maybe it's just, they've accidentally put it through. But I don't know. Someone clarify. If there's some meaning behind it, let us know. But I just found it really weird and interesting. It's the only silhouette to have a dot behind it.
Yeah. Let's go, God pack.
Imagine. First pack off the bat.
It's Pikachu.
How do you know if it's a Master Ball? Tell me, please, now.
Oh, so on
now,
see how the hollow's like that? It'll have an M on it within
So
the hollow.
it'll have an M.
Correct.
Yeah,
It's
so
sometimes
four of them up.
really hard to...
I was
they're
because
really
I
hard to
remember
pick
last
out.
time I missed one, and I was like,
Oh, really?
Yeah.
They're really hard to like, you really got to like move them up and down. I think the first box or two, like we didn't even know that the Master Ball thing existed. So I don't get it. Master Ball?
No. Oh, that Ditto art. Jacob would like that Ditto
Oh,
art too.
cute Dragonite.
Oh, we got an art rare.
Nice. What'd you get?
Just in mine.
Pretty.
Take that.
Such a high demand set. It's crazy.
Oh, I think that like that's an understatement of
That's
how
awesome.
high demand it is, the Charmeleon. Charmeleon's expensive in a Master Ball too.
Man.
Anyone hit an SAR?
No.
Nope.
One more
Yes,
pack
sir.
left.
Jesus.
Churning through the...
Oh, I think we got the Master Ball, yeah?
You get?
See?
No, we don't.
Oh, good. Because I'm like, it's not a Pikachu.
Oh, I've got an AR.
Ooh, Tangler. He's a cool Pokemon.
Water.
Oh!
Last pack.
No, not a Master
I
Ball.
found that.
No,
Charizard,
not
yeah.
a Master Ball.
Notorious for having print lines and stuff. That's actually
Yes,
really
151 was notorious, especially the first print run was they had it wasn't really a quality control issue, but some of the packs had like you could tell like where it was like rolled through like the print and stuff.
Yeah, like streaks and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They had it was really bad in Ruler actually.
Really?
Yeah, the first few booster boxes that we went through a Ruler were like that.
That sucks. It's just such a sheeny finish. Like it's really easy to notice. I got the Master Ball rare. It is Eric too.
Oh,
There you go. Bang.
Dude,
That's a good one to get. That's a really good one to
One of the
get.
best ones to get. I'll
Yeah.
take that.
I'm just pulling all them waifus, brother.
We got ourselves a Machin. And I don't like nothing in this
Yeah,
one.
same.
Darcy's hit Master Ball. What'd you get?
Nothing.
No, you got an AR.
I got an
didn't
AR,
get an
but- Oh, something's,
Can I get my money
something's coming.
Oh, God. There you go.
Yeah, we got
Master
an
Ball.
SR as well.
That's sick.
She's pretty.
That's
Bang.
good. Very, very nice.
I bought quite a few copies of that for like $28 or something like that.
Of this chick?
Yep.
Oh. I haven't actually kept up with what the prices of these.
Yeah.
I
Like,
think
they
they
fluctuated
stand around the same point. I bought a few
Yeah.
Master Ball rares
Yeah.
of her as well. Because I feel like they're almost, the Master Ball rares would be just as difficult to hit.
Correct.
Because it's
Correct.
so much more diluted across what the possibility of Master
Yeah.
is going to be
Yeah.
for that. So,
Last pack magic?
mm,
You should have an AR, I'm pretty sure. Or did we go through them all?
Kakuna, Knitter King, and
No.
Maton.
So
That's
it would have been
it.
the SR.
That's all right.
That's all right.
Beautiful.
Pretty half decent hits.
Yeah, that was
Pretty
awesome,
happy with
man.
that.
That Erica Master Ball and her is not
Yeah.
actually guaranteed in a box, so we take that.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, very good. So yeah, thanks guys for coming on stream.
Anytime.
Thanks for the potty, and thanks for bringing some stuff in to open. Thanks for the chat.
No
Appreciate
worries.
it. I want you to shamelessly plug yourself again. Go visit these people, these beautiful people. Gorgeous. Mainly Kristijan.
Website tcgroup.com.au. We're located down in Epping. We have a lot of everything from Palms Off products to Japanese Pokemon to Whis to you name it. I'm pretty sure we've got it. And if we don't have it, it's probably on the way. And if it's not on the way, we're probably waiting for something.
Fantastic.
But yeah.
And obviously, if you play Grand Archive, they've got some good play events down there. Hopefully, when our blackout sleeves are back in, which this will be released after we already have them in because they're due in 2 weeks.
Yep.
We're going to be trying to get a bit more involved with store event days for play days. So we're going to be handing out deck sleeves and getting amongst it and chatting to you guys. So this is going to be one of the stores that we're going to be doing it at. So come and visit us. If we'll probably cross promote that when the time comes. So
Yeah,
come
sounds
visit.
good.
Yeah, for
Kill
sure.
two birds with one stone,
sure.
so to speak, and we'll see you there. Palmswellgaming.com.au or TCGroup. TCG Group.
Not TCG.
TCG Group. Awesome. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, guys.
Bye.